You do. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Fun Day with Paul and Judy.
Mm-hmm.
How are you?
I'm well. You?
Good.
What did you do today?
I played pickleball this morning.
You did?
We were out with a newbie, so we were giving some lessons this morning.
Yes.
That was fun, though.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That was Brian and Eileen.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you today?
And can you hear us?
Yeah. Let's make sure you can hear us. So, we have... Look who's weighing in already. We have all kinds of peeps here. Hi, Carol. Hi, Michelle. I'm so glad you guys made it in.
Mm-hmm.
And guess who else is here? Are the VIP. Hi, Deborah. How are you? Good to see you all here. We're so glad you made it. We will toast you.
Cheers.
To start the show. It's never the same if we don't.
The official
Sunday Fun Day mugs. Oh, yeah. And we haven't forgotten the whole merch idea, right?
Yeah, we've been a little bit
preoccupied.
As I said. Oh, by the way, Judy sends out that thing.
What's that? Oh, the email?
Yeah, that has a link you can click on.
That has the link, yep. Is that how you guys are?
Yeah, so you can always go early and chat if you want, like I did today.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know, can they hear us?
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I think they would have told us if they couldn't. Right? How do we sound? Do we sound any different? Do we sound any better? Because we did get a new set of mics. And oh my gosh, I must have spent an hour trying to figure out why they weren't working.
Yes.
And then I was trying all kinds of different plug-in situations and why plugins and single plugins. And then I had to go back onto Amazon and get the right plug-in. And so hopefully it's working. It's working.
So I said in news that we would, besides the fun that we do,
sure,
we're going to talk about your progress.
Okay.
So since we last spoke with you, you had the wires come out,
the
right?
Tubes removed.
The tubes removed, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then we met with someone in the radiology department.
Oh, good. Thanks, Carol. Mm-hmm. Excellent. Yes. So we had another meeting, I guess, last Thursday just a couple of days ago. And so now we have even more decisions. It's not like, okay, you make the decision, you're going to go forward with the surgery. Everything's good to go. You've made up your mind. You know the road you're going down. And then they say, okay, so now that that's over, you sound like Paul and Judy. Excellent.
So it didn't improve us at all. No. Okay.
So then now it's a situation of radiation and or chemotherapy.
Right.
And so we were probably in there for about an hour because you want to weigh the pros and cons. You don't want to overdo, you don't want to underdo. And so now we decided to get some other test done that takes 3 weeks to come back. And that kind of helps you decide which direction you're going to go. Mm-hmm. I know I have to do one. It's not like it's an option not to do anything. But correct. Is that what you wanted me to update them with?
Yeah, I think so. Also, she continues to amaze everybody with her activity. You did do, am I ruining
a little
something?
bit?
Okay.
But not really.
She did another video, kind of if you haven't worked out in a while and you're recovering video.
Yep, getting back into it.
So that's kind of cool. And she kicks me out of the house when that happens.
Yeah, except the other day. And in fact, if you watch the video very carefully, you'll also see or hear this big, loud crashing of bottles. Do you remember that when you walked in? You could hear me. And then he tiptoes by the back of the camera as if I'm not going to know he's there. After this big, loud, was that recyclables or something? Like, I'm not starting over. So if you watch the video, you'll hear that loud crash.
Well, that's good. that's something to look forward to.
Well, you know what? I might as well show you what we're talking about. You probably saw, because you guys are such wonderful followers of ours, you probably saw the video that I did. But for anybody who's coming in and seeing sort of the replay, let me show you a little snippet of the video. And the other thing I think you'll find really funny, if you haven't watched it, Michelle, I think you've probably watched it already, because she's one of those ones who's getting back into fitness, admittedly. And so there was, besides a loud crashing of bottles, at about 3/4 of the way into the video, something happened that I've never had happen before. And I thought, once again, I'm not starting over. This is real. I'm just going to keep on going as if I'm giving a live class. Yes, he is. So I'll show you what this looks like. Okay. All right. So first we'll take that down, then my microphone down, and then this. All right. Whew. Situate yourself on that chair again. And when the music begins, we're going to take the ball up to the left and down to the right. Okay? So again, if you've got full range of motion, you'll be able to do this. If you can only do it halfway, that's fine too. Remember, you're working back up to this again, so don't be too hard on yourself. Okay, so ball up to the left. Here's left, and then it's coming down to the right. Okay, ready? Here we go. Up and down and up. So this is very good for the obliques in addition to the arms, because you're really spinning at that waist. And up, turn, up, spin, and up. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoops. Let's take it to the right and down to the left. Right and down to the left. Happens to the best of us. We are in recovery mode, right? Where did it go? There it is. I don't think I've ever had that happen in a video before, but I'm going to keep going. All right, ready? Here we go. Right and left and right and left. Up and down. Come on, turn those abs. So there you go. That was one of those moments that it was just like, okay, keep on rolling. And as Paul said, the whole idea was, if I'm going to be doing recovery things and I don't want to lose too much of a step in this, and I want to get back to teaching as quickly as I can, because I was up to 4 times a week teaching locally and then also shooting the videos for my YouTube channel. And I thought, if I let myself sit around too long, it's going to take me that much longer to get back into it. But the thing that was really cute was there were some neat comments that came through about the video, very inspiring comments. Oh, except I started with the wrong one. So let me start with this one. Nancy had said, love the video. My husband just had shoulder surgery. And I think that a lot of exercises that you showed he could do, and, you know, wishing you a fast recovery, which was very sweet. So I answered her back saying, just make sure he checks with his doctor before he starts anything, especially the above the head moves that I do. And then Renee wrote, thank you so much for the workout today. It really touched a nerve with me as I started also back to slowly lifting weights with your other videos you have done. In January of this year, she said she had her surgery, and in listening to me being so candid about it, she loved the strength and the positivity. So it connected with her. And then a little bit of brevity came in when Michelle wrote, awesome. I traded in my cans for the weights in your Amazon store. And of course I had to say, okay, just want to make sure we're talking about the same cans since this is a post-mastectomy video. And she laughed. She said, oh yeah, I could see that. But this is the Amazon store that she was talking about. And over on the far right-hand side, and those are the weights she bought. And the cans she was trading in were the soup cans that she used to use before she got her new weights.
Because that's what you say. If you don't have it around the, a gym, you just soup cans, anything that gives you some resistance.
There are a whole lot of different things in other videos where I say, you can use this, you can use this.
I'm going to say, after, 2 weeks after.
That was so funny.
2 weeks after major surgery, you can't do the excuse, you can't do the weights.
Oh,
Yeah, you
right.
can't do the video because she's doing it.
Yeah, yeah, right. But I do use very, very light weights. And I
Yes.
even say in the video, either the soup cans or even 1 pound. If I'd had 1 pound weights in my studio,
Yeah.
I would have used those instead, but I didn't. So I just said, the doctor said it was okay to use 2. So we did.
And it's really good advice. Judy says, talk to your doctor before you do anything. But most of the doctors, and when I had surgery, when you had surgery, they're saying, you determine how quickly you can do it. Whatever, if it feels okay, do it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't overdo, but don't sit back and think, okay, I've got to wait till everything heals before I start back up again. I'm still working on my right arm is worse than my left. So I'm still daily kind of crawling up the wall to see if I can get a little bit higher morning and night.
I think everyone who watches a video should also drop the ball.
Now do this. Now pick it up. Yeah. As part of the whole recovery.
Yes.
Next, we'll be getting the ball. No trade-ins. Yes, absolutely. It's great. You'll love it. And the resistance that it gives. And then, as you know, I have a whole slew of videos using the ball. And that's really great resistance. And I plan to do another video, also a chair video, but it's all going to be about abs, hips, and thighs. So you can do things like that in the chair as well as arm exercises. So hopefully to continue to inspire people and help you get on that road to recovery or back into a good fitness mode. Before we forget, though, one of the things that we were going to do first, except that I wanted to go on Paul's segue from talking about the video, so I just jumped ahead, was the signs of all kinds.
Yes.
Wasn't that funny? I know. I got the biggest kick out of it. I had to read it a couple times and say, should I answer back the way that my silly little mind first thought about what she said? Because nobody else is going to know what cans she's talking about, but I do, because I always talk about getting the soup cans out of the pantry. But let's go into our signs of all kinds, if that sounds good to you. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. So signs of all kinds. So we start with a contribution from Connie M. I actually don't need to control my anger. Everyone around me needs to control their habit of pissing me off.
Yes. I think that's absolutely true.
I like that one. That would be a shirt that you would want me to buy for you.
Oscar the Grouch.
Yes. Curmudgeon, the ultimate curmudgeon. Connie also contributed our next one. You'll like this one, Paul. Go ahead.
I'm a free range chicken, man. Oh, big deal. I live in a gated community.
And then at the very bottom, actually, it's more of a coop.
Yeah.
And not a coupe de ville. Connie also contributed yet another one, because a lot of us are feeling this across the country. This is how hot it is today.
Popcorn.
Yes. Popping right on the vine. Too good. Thank you, Connie. Those are excellent. Okay, so our next one is from Uncle Dave.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
No, I know she gives it to me because of the potential of the swear word.
Yes, yes.
I'll soften it this time.
Okay.
I realized I might have a road rage problem when my son started yelling, "Pick a lane, a-hole," in the grocery store.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So I did soften it this time.
You did a little bit, yes. And we also determined that with as much as we get from Uncle Dave, who, as you may recall, is 88 years old, just in case in your mind you're thinking, oh, this, very cool 40-year-old man. Oh, no. He sends these things at 88. And we could do a whole signs of all kinds segment from all of the Uncle Dave contributions that we get.
But the ones that wouldn't get us deplatformed.
Yes. And there are too many of those. So we still will take your contributions anytime you have them.
Seeing that cherubic face.
I know.
And him using the language is priceless.
This one is also from Uncle Dave. So you'll love that as well. If you belong in this bathroom and you follow my daughter or my wife into this bathroom, you're going to need this bathroom. Very good. I like that one a lot too.
It reminded me a little bit too of the one in Telluride at the Jazz Festival.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yeah. Right. Whatever. Thank you, Uncle Dave. Keep them coming. And I write to him every time and text him back and say, oh, My followers are going to love
This
this.
one.
He goes, oh, I hope they enjoy it. Our next one comes in, speaking of bumper stickers
Yes. Oh,
or license
we were
plates.
behind this car, and I said, "Quick, take
Quick, take a picture. It's signs of all kinds. And it's from Pennsylvania.
I said so.
I said so. Very nice. So that was from yours truly.
Mhm.
Our next one is from Janice M. This is a good one for these days too. Here's how to remember the difference. You lie on a keyboard and you lay a dead mouse on a pillow.
Uh-huh.
You lie on a keyboard. Too good. I try not to lie on my keyboard. I try to tell the truth. Lie versus lay, the grammar lesson. Very nice, Janice. Thank you. She always has some good
I
ones
didn't know
that come
cats
through
went
too.
to school.
With ties.
Yeah, but see the students.
Yes. Our next one is from a new contributor. Lisa Marie wrote in.
Okay.
So this is good too. I love this. My therapist told me, write letters to the people you hate and then burn them. Did that, but now I don't know what to do with the letters. Very good. Very good.
I like it.
I know. Too funny. Made you think.
Mm-hmm.
Our next one is another new contributor.
Yes.
Our friend Dawn S.
Okay.
sent this one. Thank goodness my book finally arrived. I almost started cleaning the house. Look at the box of chocolates next
Yes.
door.
And by the way, Dawn also is really good at the GIFs.
Oh, the gifts?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
absolutely. She finds really good, appropriate ones. All right. So our next one is from Suzanne E. She always does, sends very, very good ones too. This should be read by you.
Okay. If by crunches you mean the sound bacon makes when you eat it, then yes, I do crunches.
Yes. And my Paul loves him some bacon. Mm-hmm.
Yes. I don't even care if it's bad for you.
You know what is very interesting?
What?
Well, remind me.
Yes.
Just remind me after signs of all kinds. Just say bacon, and I'll remember. Okay.
I know where you're going with
You
it.
do.
Yeah.
Thank you, Suzanne. Keep them coming. I actually have another one from Suzanne in my file folder, but I'm going to save it for next weekend. Our next one is from Chris V. And how many of you can relate to this? Our suspicions finally confirmed. This is overheard at a store.
Okay.
Okay, you guys know the drill. Our customers finally know where to find everything. Tonight, we mix it up we mix it all up again. That's how you feel sometimes, especially when you go into the grocery store. I know it was in this aisle the last time I checked.
Listen, I had a little problem with Costco recently.
You did?
They moved the wine to a different section.
They did. Oh, he was running up and down the aisles with his cart. Where's the wine? Where's the wine? What happened?
It was working perfectly before.
See?
Actually, they expanded it, so I have
no complaints any longer. Thank you, Chris V. She contributed the next one too. Okay, you got to look at this one carefully. Can you guys see on his cell phone? Okay, oh, great. I left it at home. Mr. Potato Head, missing a body part. Guess he's going to have to hold it.
Or perhaps he needs
to move his nose down.
That was uncalled for.
Do you guys do that? Can you do that?
No.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Chris V. Yeah. Sorry for the.
He just needs a colostomy bag.
Don't talk about that after surgery. Okay. Our next one is from Karen R. Also very funny. To read the fine print. I'd like to request a brief recess, Your Honor, as the witness's pants are on fire. Whoops.
Liar, liar.
Yep.
Pants on fire.
Burst into flames. Karen R. also contributed this weekend's things that make you go,
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
You know, it just looked unfinished. They didn't have a piece of furniture to stick in the corner, so they extended the staircase.
Maybe they like
stairway to nothing.
They like some of the architecture in ancient Mexico.
Oh.
Like that big pyramid-looking thing.
That goes nowhere?
Yeah. I don't
Things
know.
that make you go,
I have no idea.
bacon.
Okay, talk about it.
Beat you to it.
Mhm.
All right. So I have some very exciting news to tell you, but I don't know which Sunday it's going to be. So you have to stay tuned. But the thing about the bacon is that my surgeon has this whole regimen that he's come up with as to what people are doing right and what people are doing wrong and what we should be eating and what we shouldn't be eating and the supplements we should be taking and the supplements we don't need or shouldn't be taking or taking in too much or even too little quantities and milligrams. So on his list, and so he's written a book, but when I went in for surgery, he also said, I just want to give you sort of almost like crib
Cheat
notes,
sheet,
right?
cheat sheet, yeah.
Here's a little snippet of what the book says. So we're going through it and, you get to the gluten part and you get to the dairy part and you get to the supplement part and you get to the exercise part. And then there was this little sentence that said, eat your bacon and eggs. And the two of us looked at each other.
Yeah.
We can have bacon?
I
already love eggs.
My
but-
mom, who's 93,
Mhm.
does I think eggs every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think does she still do that?
I think so. I think so.
As long as you don't have stomach issues. But my great news is I decided to reach out to him because he'd given us a card and very generously said he loves what he does. He wants to take care of patients. And if you have issues, he wants to know about it. He wants to try to help you. So he gave us his cell phone and he gave us his email address. So the poor guy, I thought, I don't want him to I don't want to hound him so much. Yeah, that I become a stalker. I think I actually said, I promise I'm not stalking you, but I do have another question. So then I had such a long amount of information to pass along to him that I said, Paul, get out the card. I need his email. This is too much to write in a text. So I said, Dr. Riker, Paul and I have this little show that we do every weekend. We've been doing it for 5 years, 5+, and it's called Sunday Fun Day. And we sometimes do interviews and we want to do more of them. And we sometimes just have a whole lot of fun and the followers get involved and they contribute and they live chat right along with us and we answer their questions and then we go back through and like or love or go into even greater detail. So I said to him, would you like to be a guest on our show? And I said, because you have so much great information to give.
And a lot of you might have some questions.
Yes, a lot of questions that I just really, really want to interview him because there are, and I even said to him, what was I writing? Oh, I know. I was giving a review and I said, there's a lot of myth information out there. Because when you go on the web, there are a lot of myths. And the other thing is everybody has an opinion and everybody uses a different source. So this source says this and this source says that. And it would be very easy to say, even in the interview, so all these different sources say all kinds of different things. Why do we know that yours is the right way? And he goes through in his book, because I'm into reading his book, all about his background, what happened to him, and how he needed to make so many changes in order to even get through med school because he was kind of falling apart at the seams. So anyway, he said yes. And so I'm so excited. I don't know what Sunday it's going to be, but we are going to do it on a Sunday Fun Day. And I think you will want to watch that show with a pad of paper and a pen because you're going to be jotting down so many notes. And then now, the other thing is I want to put this back up on the screen again, if you don't mind, because this is where you can also buy his book in my health and fitness store on Amazon. And I've put the link for my store in the comments section. So up in the chat room here on YouTube, you can see it. And if you want to cut and paste, you can go right to the Amazon store. But see right in the middle there where it says Riker Regimen, go right to that page and it's available in a paperback or a hardcover. I'm actually going to start highlighting mine because there's so much information that you'd love to be able to turn back to. I don't want to dog ear the pages, but if you want to buy it before the interview, you can then look through it, see what he says, see how many questions you have, and even ask them during the interview. I've got to figure out with Paul's help, how we can do the show, but then also be able to read the comments, conduct the interview, keep it going. So I'm wondering if we can have you sort of
Probably
feed in the comments on the side, because we did that with Kathy Levin.
We did.
And you were able to watch as comments were coming through, and you'd say, okay, here's a good one. Here's what they want to know. Here's the question they're asking. Here's what they're commenting on or wanting to know the story behind the scenes. So I hope that you guys will be able to watch that show. Yeah, and you can buy it on my Amazon Health and Fitness page, Michelle, the same one that you used to buy the weights to replace the cans.
I got to tell you, he's one of the top surgeons in our area.
Yeah.
And the refreshing part, I'm sure that all of us have been frustrated with healthcare from one time or another.
Oh, I went into him and I said, okay, I'm already walking in skeptical.
Right. And then he says, I'm right with you.
He did.
So he's a no-nonsense guy, knows what he's doing, knows what he's talking about. It'd definitely be worth your time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It'll be fun for you to watch, even if you don't buy the book, but you can even write down information that he gives. I was really picking his brain a lot. So anyway, I just am very excited about that. I was thrilled that he said yes, he will do the show. His birthday is next week, so he said I'm taking a long
for that vacation.
long deserved getaway for my birthday week. So it'll probably be maybe 2 Sundays from now, but we have to find out what his schedule's like.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Yeah,
we'll give you plenty of
So I was very, very excited to pass that along. But as I say, buy the book ahead of time if you want to. Just go to my Amazon store. It's right there, and you don't have to buy the hardcover, even though that's the one that's featured. Also, it's available to download on a tablet. So if you'd rather use your Kindle, I think, is what you would use if you buy it on Amazon. You can get it there too. And read the reviews. I'm one of them. But there are 7 or 8 all 5-star reviews from people who've
and he just released it.
Read the book, and he just released it. It's actually his 3rd book too. He's written 2 others that I don't have, but anyway, I probably, the other thing that's really cool about him is that he references a lot of other very reputable and fascinating sources who've also written books. And I thought it was interesting because I love when people feel confident enough to give credit where credit is due, and then say, look, I want to promote that person because they're doing great things. And I don't know, I think what goes around comes around, and I just really want to see him do well.
Well, absolutely. I mean, I think that it's a great example, whether it's in sports or anything else, to acknowledge that it helped you. Yeah. And that means something to the person.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So anyway, pass it along. I ran out of time, so I wasn't able to do a show close. I feel bad.
We're closing the show.
Well, I can pull up my little still shot, I think, that reminds you that we always appreciate your being here.
Oh, and we need to hear from the VIPs about the next Zoom.
Oh, yes. Yep.
So we're not closing the show yet.
I almost wrote to you yesterday and said, hey, is Saturday okay? And then something came up Saturday, so we weren't going to be able to do it. But you can also use the Patreon page to write any messages to us that you might have. Yeah. So obviously either Facebook messages or Patreon messages will get that. So put in some good ideas for us and we'll see what works out this week.
I look forward to those.
Yeah, I know. Me too. They're always a lot of fun. And it was fun to be able to get little snippets of the last one we did and kind of show everybody sort of what goes on, during those Zoom calls. But we love seeing you guys here, and we always appreciate it. And we will see you next weekend, same bat time, same bat place. Thanks for being a part of this show. You guys have a wonderful week too. Take care.
Bye.
It's Bree Day.